The other important piece of this is going to be that what we have seen happen in several other places around the country is that large employers that have the scale, that is, that they have enough employees with children, especially young children, provide on-site early childhood care facilities. So large companies across the country are doing this, where they have a childhood care facility for young children for their employees provided on-site. This alleviates some of the pressure on the other facilities. This alleviates some of the affordability issues, especially for employees working for larger firms. And it makes it very convenient for employees, especially pick up and drop off times, because essentially it is your workplace. When you go to work, you take your child with you, drop them off, and when you leave, you...
So our family, just like everyone else in the country, we were struggling a little bit with everything going on with COVID. And since we do have a very honest and trustworthy relationship with our daycare and the director, she actually sent out a mass email to every family in the center and informed us of the essential worker voucher program, and that it was not income driven at all. It was just, if you have been an essential worker during COVID, then you were able to qualify for assistance, to where the state will pay part of your daycare and you pay the remaining. And so I've actually heard a lot of directors haven't even told parents, and that's really surprising, because at the end of the day, everyone wins in that situation. And so it's so important to have that trusting relationship with your child care provider. And it's good as a parent to know that they have our backs as well. It's not just them bringing in money. They care about the families that they're serving as well. And so that's the most valuable thing to me, is knowing that they care for us just as much as we care for them.
So as a two-income family with mom and dad both working, we've definitely had to consider the financial aspect and make decisions based off of those as it relates to childcare, especially with two children, both at the same center. We've had to run the numbers and say, what is that break point where the financial cost to have two kids in a child care facility is X amount on a monthly basis or a yearly basis, and at what point are we going to work just to support childcare? And at that point, one of us could stay home and enjoy that.
Leave with your child from your workplace. It also allows parents to spend more quality time with their children, so when they're on breaks at work, they can visit their children at the early childhood care facility. So there's a lot of programs across the country that various large corporations have done that are very successful in providing early childhood care on site for their employees. And so that obviously is a lot easier for large corporations to do with scale, but that doesn't mean that medium-sized and similar services, again,
we have considered at times maybe we should look into something less expensive. And just the few nights that we thought that, we were just laying awake and could not sleep, because the sense of comfort and trust that we have in our daycare, because we have an app where we can pull up and communicate with the teachers and the directors. We actually have cameras in our daycare, so we can check on our child if we're longing to see them and to see them playing or seeing them get in trouble. But it's very important to, I would say in a sense, make that sacrifice and make sure that you're investing in your child, because they are the future of our country and of our world. And so it's very important to make that sacrifice and to give everything we can so we can have a brighter future.
As in smaller companies, offices are placed in large office parks or areas where there are a lot of different office parks.
The perspective of again, seeing childhood education, especially in the early childhood center that we're in, as an investment for our kids, and the resources that are there are well beyond anything that my wife or I could provide. So in a day and age where the more kids you get, the more expensive it gets, and you get closer to that threshold of, well, maybe one of us should just be a stay-at-home parent and kind of be the advocate for our child's education. We know that we couldn't even start to touch the level of qualifications and education training and the hours upon hours of information and experience that the staff and the educators that are with our kids at this center are capable, that level of enrichment.
We would like to thank all of those who participated in our endeavor to show the impact of quality care in our community. Get involved, contact our office with the information shown below.